What's happening, people? Welcome back to Magpie Channel TV. It's not the Vitality Stadium, it is the Utility Arena in Newcastle. Looking smart, get dressed smart, getting ready for the boxing tonight in Newcastle. Been invited down here, so doing some stuff down here for with the zone and for the boxing, so I couldn't be down there at Bournemouth tonight. But tell you what, I'm bloody glad I wasn't. I'm bloody glad I wasn't, in the sense of it obviously finishing 2-0 to Bournemouth. I'm not sure how well the signal's going to be around here. If this video will even get uploaded tonight or whatever, I'm going to be in here watching the boxing, so it might come out tomorrow. But if it does, this is my match reaction. We'll keep it short and sweet. There's no point blabbering on. I know not many people are even bothered or want to listen after a defeat like that. 2-0 to the Cherries. Wasn't great, was it? But listen, I'm going to say it now. Cursed. Totally cursed. Totally cursed. I mean, Miguel Almiron goes off when it's 0-0. I mean, it was 0-0 at half time. It was 0-0 at half time. The lighting's much better this way, isn't it? So we'll come back around this way. But Almiron goes off. Oh, yeah, man. You can't write this at the minute, can you? I tell you what, this international break has came at such a good time. Although, when you look at it, the only players that are going to be coming back after the international break is Isaac, Wilson and maybe Bonds. Apart from those, everyone else is out until the new year. Do you know what I mean? Bruno as well, obviously, who was suspended today. Louis Miley came in, youngest ever player to make a Premier League start for the Toon. Louis Miley, 17 years old. Well done to him. I didn't think he did much wrong, if anything. Had a steady game. And obviously, the other player that came on was Ben Parkinson as well, the young lad making his Premier League debut from Durham there, Ben Parkinson. It shows how much we're struggling, doesn't it? Really, it shows how much we're struggling for depth and everything when these players are coming on. Parkinson and stuff, you know what I mean? I'm pleased for the lad, local lad, getting a chance, but at the end of the day, them coming on, it shows how many injuries we've got and how much we're suffering, doesn't it? I mean, 12 plus injuries now for the two, and it's mental, man, how many injuries we've got. It's absolutely staggering, and we are massively suffering. I thought even, you know, your Trippiers, your Gordons and that were struggling tonight, looking tired. Gordon had one bit of brilliant skill, and then he was through on goal, and his shot was a bit weak. But apart from that, we didn't really threaten enough. You know, we didn't really do enough to challenge Neto, to challenge Bournemouth. And we struggled to really get behind their lines. I thought Bournemouth were the better side, and credit to them, they deserved the win. They really did. I was hoping, I said at half time, I said, yeah, I'll take this draw and get out of here. I'll take this draw and run at this point. But we never got that. We never had much, really, did we? I thought, you know, I just thought we never created enough, did enough. And we just looked knackered. Let's be honest, we did look knackered. We looked off the pace. We looked tired, leggy, done in, shattered, whatever you want to call it. That's what we looked tonight. You know, we really did. We looked like like we need this break. And thankfully there is a week or two now with international break, but at the same time, we can't really do much with it. Do you know what I mean? We can't. There's not that many players that are going to come back. Listen, these games are taking its toll now. The Champions League's taking its toll. The 2-3 games a week with the Carabao Cup journey as well is taking its toll, and we're struggling. Lewis Hall came off at half time again. I was surprised Tino Livramento didn't start. Like, I was disappointed with that one. I wanted Livramento to start, so I was upset with that one. I thought Livramento should have came. I think Trippier has looked off it for a couple of weeks now. He hasn't been up to his high standards. Lewis Hall, I think, struggled a bit tonight. He got bullied a little bit, but again, it wasn't like he warranted being dragged off, but maybe it was just tactical from anyhow. Listen, Almiron goes off and we'll bring on Matt Ritchie. Matt Ritchie was playing for Bournemouth years ago, decades ago. Matt Ritchie was playing for Bournemouth decades ago. So I'm not really going to complain tonight, really. I'm not really going to whinge. Yes, it's a nightmare getting me off Bournemouth, let's be real. I mean, they've only had one Premier League win this season. They're a team that isn't good enough for the Premier League, probably going to get relegated, undoubtedly going to be in a relegation battle the whole time. But they're at home tonight, and we just looked like we were shattered from the off, really. We really did. So it was one of them ones where I'm not going to whinge, I'm not going to rant. I just think we haven't got the depth, and the injuries are ridiculous. 12 plus injuries is mental, with suspensions as well. We're really struggling. We're really struggling. We haven't got the players behind the scenes that we need, really, the benches and stuff, and everyone else is really carrying that on, where you can see the energy's just zapped from them. A lot of people blaming Nick Pope tonight, and I will second that. I will say he was put out for both goals. I think the first one especially, at his front post, he can't be beaten there. We get caught out defensively. Solanke pounces on it. Shaw's slow, but Pope should save it. But But then again, Nick Pope kept us in the game. Do you know what I mean? Some big early saves from Nick Pope kept us in that game. First half, we could have easily been losing, and Pope kept us in it. But he was at fault for both goals. I thought it was poor. Although the second one is a bit pinbally, isn't it? It's bouncing all over the place. They did a VAR check for handball. It wasn't given. There wasn't enough in that. It was bouncing all over the place. And they slotted home. And listen, well done to Bournemouth. They deserved to win. Newcastle tonight looked tired, looked a bit off it, could never really get going, couldn't create enough chances. Although in the first half we did have moments. You know, throughout the game we did have moments, chances, especially from set pieces. Lascelles has the header that is ruled out offside anyways. You know, there's questions, did it cross the line? Wouldn't have mattered. Don't think it did, but it wouldn't have mattered because he was offside. But you know, we've huffed and puffed, but we didn't really create enough. And we didn't have clear-cut chances. We didn't test Neto enough at all in their goal. And Bournemouth took their couple of chances, although Pope did make some saves, and they got the win. Listen, I would have took the draw tonight with all them injuries. They're mounting up. It's looking scary. It's looking hard because of the ones that they're coming. You know, we've still got a lot of games coming up. International break is thankfully now, but not many of them are going to be back after that anyways. But it's a tough one to take. Listen, you can't at Bournemouth and get beat. It's not easy. It's not nice. You didn't want it. But at the same time, the way our squad's so depleted at the minute, it's just one of them ones, people. It's just one of them ones. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to sign off now. I'm going to go in and enjoy my night in the box, and let me know what you thought in the comments below. Subscribe to my channel TV. Enjoy the weekend, people. See you in the next one.